Today we're checking out this Impulse Upper Replacement Grille with amber LED lights in matte black for the 2005 to 11 Tacoma. If you want your Tacoma to have a tougher and more modern face, and you like the functional upgrades that also look good, this grille swap is a quick way to change your whole front end in one swap, so it's definitely worth looking into. This is gonna be a full upper grille replacement. And one of the top features is a honeycomb mesh style. So the front of the truck immediately looks sharper and more aggressive compared to that stock grille. That honeycomb mesh looks good, but it's also gonna help keep debris out of the radiator and the engine bay area, which is a nice bonus if you do a lot of highway driving, hit those gravel roads, or some light trail use where rocks and junk are likely to get kicked up. The standout feature though is gonna be the integrated amber LED lighting. These lights are gonna give you a little bit more visibility on the front end and add that extra road presence, which is great for bad weather, early mornings, and those late night drives when you want the truck to be easier to spot. And because it's a direct replacement style grille, it's a great option for somebody who wants a big style change without doing too much custom fabrication. When you pull up in a truck with this nice new grille on it, it's gonna be extremely noticeable, and those amber LEDs are really gonna pop. When it comes to the construction on this, you are getting that clean honeycomb style upper grille assembly, and it's gonna be finished in a really nice matte black look. That's gonna come with the integrated amber LEDs for the nice extra pop, but it has super bright LED technology, and it's really gonna clean up the front end. Altogether, this is a clean one-piece, easy to install grille that really makes a difference on the front end. And if you stick with me, we're gonna show you that install just here in a minute. As far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right in the mid $100 price range. For a full grille swap with built-in LED lighting and a big front end style change, that is a really strong value in my opinion, especially compared to spending more money on separate lights and brackets and still not getting that same clean integrated look. When it comes to the install on this one, it's gonna get rated a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You can have this installed in just 30 minutes of your time since it's a quick, direct replacement swap. Now let's see exactly how this install goes with a quick video from one of our ExtremeTerrain customers.
All right, tools I used, or tools you're going to use. Flat blade screwdriver and a plug removal tool for popping the little plastic plugs out. Phillips head screwdriver. 8mm wrench for attaching the brackets to the back of the grill. I used a deep 10mm and a short 10mm. The short one I ended up having to put on an extension to get around the grill. I used a battery powered ratchet for making the electrical connection. I used two 22 to 18 gauge solderless connectors, pair of wire strippers, and then I have these which are for crimping those. They are worth the investment. They weren't that much, but they are really worth it. They're ratcheting and they get a nice solid connection for whether you're using, whichever the size different crimps you're using. They were worth every penny of it. My eyes are old and bad, so I needed a flashlight and then heat gun to solder those connections. Today we're going to be installing a new grill with little amber LED lights across the top on a 2006 Toyota Tacoma. I'm going to start with taking the old grill out. There's 2 clips, 2 screws, and down the bottom there is a clip which I will show you. Mine is broken because my grill's already been out. I'll show you where that is and how that works. I don't need to go down and actually unclip mine. I broke it when I took it out the first time because I didn't know it was there. Anyhow, easiest way to get the clips out is with the little flat blade screwdriver. So, little clip right here. I find the easiest way for myself is to get a little flat blade screwdriver underneath of it, pop it up. Sometimes you can reach in with your fingers and get it, but this little tool helps a lot. You just kind of pry that up. The second clip is over here on this side. Same procedure. Just a little pop, grab your little tool, and pop right out. I always set these somewhere so I don't lose them. Next is 2 10mm bolts right here and right here. I have them, so I like using little ratchets. You can do it with a regular ratchet. You could do it with a wrench if you needed to. These also have a Phillips tip in them, so if you really needed to, you could do this with just a Phillips head screwdriver. So there's not really a lot of tools needed for this. All right, so I have those out. Now, there's another clip down in the center, in the bottom. I'm not 100% sure how it works because like I said, when I took this out the first time, I broke that clip. I'll show you down in the bottom there. This right here got a little clip on it. This whole assembly lifts up and then out. Like I said, there's a little clip on there, and I'll show you that clip once I get this out. But they say you just use a little screwdriver and you can pop the little end of it and then it'll come right out. But it just lifts up and it engages in that hole right there. So once you get the two little clips, the two bolts, and the center clip down there, the whole grill just lifts right out. All right, next step is these two little brackets that come with it. They go on here to attach the top. They get attached with the provided nuts and bolts. You need a Phillips head screwdriver and an 8mm to put these in. I'm just kind of holding it underneath with my fingertip, using the screwdriver to line it up, and then I can, like that, get all four of those started. All right, got all four of those started. Now, grab an 8mm wrench and wrench on the bottom and go ahead and snug them up. The nuts have little ferrules on them, so you shouldn't need any kind of washers or anything. They should hold real good. All right, so do the other side, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next step. These little pieces, designed by Toyota, are on the bottom of the grill that's in there, down in here. They're very difficult. I couldn't get them. I couldn't figure out how they came out of there, and they both ended up breaking because they're 21-year-old plastic or 19-year-old plastic, been exposed to the elements. I have no idea how you would get these out other than breaking them with the original grill in place, because as you can see, they fit right down behind here. There's no access to them with the grill in place. So luckily there's new ones on the new grill, so you don't have to worry about it. I guess the best way is just to break them and get them out. Not reusing my grill, I'm not selling it, probably just gonna throw it in the dumpster. So that would probably be fine. I am not clicking mine into place just yet. I just sat it on top dry because I gotta figure out where I'm gonna run my wiring, and I may need the grill out to be able to run my wiring. I'm also installing new headlights today, so the grill's got to come out to get to the headlights. So I'm going to pause for a little bit and then see if I can figure out where I'm going to do my wiring. I'll show you that, and then I'll move on to the headlights. I'm going to run my wiring over to the passenger side of the truck, to the headlight, and tie into one of the little marker lights. I don't like wires hanging around. I like things to be nice and neat. So I'm going to use 2 zip ties to secure this wiring harness. There's a nice little piece of plastic with a hole in it right here on this side. You can run your zip tie through that, put it around the little bundle. It's all going to tuck up in here nice and neat. Don't really need it, but I'm going to use a second one right here on this little piece and secure that one in place so nothing moves around. And then little cutters to nip the tails of the zip ties off so they're not hanging around. There, that's ready for install to drop down into place. Now, I'm gonna move on to the headlights so that I can be able to put the grill back in. I've got the wire routed over here through the headlight hole. I'm gonna tie that in a minute. The new grill lines up to the those little pins down here in the bottom on the headlight. Push down, you should hear them click. Maybe. Okay. Maybe they don't click. Okay. Two 10mm bolts go back in up here in the top where you took them out. On the brackets that you installed with the 8 screws and 8mm bolts. Two little black clips go in here at the corner of the headlight and the new grill. Both sides, pop them in. Grill is done. Look good. I like that with the black headlights. So now, don't need any of that. Over on this side, I decided to wire them in this, which is all the way over here in the corner. It's the marker light. So I'm gonna wire that into the marker light so that when my marker lights come on, that's gonna get wired in right there. And then I'll plug that back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff together for electrical. I'm gonna cut this back. I don't need the 9 feet of wire that they gave you, depending on where you wanna run it. You could probably run it all the way to the dash for a switch if you wanted. I don't. I want it to come on automatically with my headlights. So let me get the stuff together for that. I'll cut this a little bit long to start with. Cut back the casing. All right. Guess I should test it to make sure. Almost positive that the white with black stripe is the ground. So I'm gonna attach my tester in the green wire spot, which should be the marker light. Connect the other end to what should be a good ground. And then we'll turn on the headlights real quick. Good ground. All right, might not be a good ground. Here's the battery. All right, so you can see, touching that, green is the hot line. So that's where the red wire will get attached. All right, so the green wire is the positive, and the white with the tracer is the negative. So the black goes to the white, and the red goes to the green. Nice Christmas colors. So, cut these. Strip the ends back a little bit. All right, I like to use solderless connectors that are crimp, but they also have heat shrink built into them. So one side I will do a little twist. And one. Going. Okay. And then we can put our plug back on so we can connect it back up. Yeah. All right. Now, before I use a heat gun and shrink those down, I'm going to turn the lights on, double check, make sure that they work. A lot of people say the best way to do this is to cut it, solder it. I'm no good at soldering. That's why I use these solderless connectors. But I found these ones that have the heat shrink already on it. So you really get a really good seal. Never really had any troubles with them. I think I'll put a little bit of tape around that just because I can't get it back in the loom. Okay. Now, this might be fun, trying to plug this back in. It's a little farther over than I thought it was. There we go. Click, got it. All right. Rock and roll. All right, there's the finished product, and there's what it looks like.
That's going to wrap up our review and install of the Impulse Upper Replacement Grille with amber LED lights in matte black for the 2005 to 2011 Tacomas. And for all things Tacoma, keep it right here at Extreme Terrain.